What is up, everyone? This is 𝑔𝑗𝑚𝑪 here from Serene Art, and in today's tutorial we are going to design basically a backdrop on our smartphone. Okay, we are going to use our smartphone to design a basic backdrop. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's go ahead and open our Pixellab and start right away. So for me, I'll be using YouTube thumbnail size for this tutorial. So I'll go to image size and select YouTube thumbnail. After that, I'll delete this particular text over here because I don't need it at the moment. And the next thing for me to do is to change the background color. So preferably I'll be using white. Now, having put a white over here like this, the next thing for me to do is to insert the grid. And the grid, I'll make it 10 by 10. So I'll tap on the grid, tap here and go to this option and change the values to 10 by 10. And I'll tap on OK. Now this is what I'll be having. So you can tap here and leave it like this. Okay, so the next thing for you to do is to insert the elements you want to use for the backdrop. And for this backdrop, you will basically be using logo and text. So I'll be using the Serene Art logo to demonstrate this thing, and also the text like Serene Art. Okay, so just sit back, relax and watch this. So what I'm going to do right now is to input a texture that I've already downloaded and I want to use it in this tutorial. So I'll go to from gallery, now I have my texture here. I just have to make it fill up the whole area, and I'll reduce the opacity of it just like this. I think 14 is okay, and I'll go ahead and lock it. Now the next thing for me to do is to bring in the logo. So I'll tap on a plus sign here, go to from gallery again, and I'll look for the logo. Awesome, so the logo is right here. I'll just have to reduce the size of it a bit and put it at the middle of the work. So I'll position it at the middle here. I'll also reduce the size of it a bit just to make sure that it is well placed. Awesome, so what I'll do is go ahead and lock it, and then reduce the opacity of it a bit. But before I reduce the opacity, I would like to make a copy of it so that I'll not have to go back to my gallery to pick another one. So I'll just make a copy and hide it for now. And after that, I come back to this one and reduce the opacity. Just like this. Then I'll tap on a check mark. So having done that, I'll go back to the one that I copied and enable it. So after that, I'll just have to reduce the size like this. Then I'll distribute it across the working area. So once I make a copy of it, I'll just have to pick it and distribute like this. So make a copy, distribute it, make a copy, distribute it, just like that. Okay, so you just have to make sure that they are in alignment. That's the most important thing. That's why we are even using the grid tool. So you just have to position them in alignment. So just take your time and do this carefully, and you are good to go. Designing a backdrop is not anything that is that much difficult. You just have to take your time and work it out like this. Okay, I hope you are all having access to my Telegram channel. If you're not having access to it, kindly go ahead and click the link in the description and join right away. Okay, so right now we are done inserting the logos. Okay, so what we need to do is to insert our text. So I'll go ahead and input Serene Art, and I'll use the font which is like Poppins Black. So Serene Art, make it capitalized and select the font Poppins Black. And all these fonts I gave them out the last time. Just go ahead and check the video and download them as well. The link is in the description. So I'll change the color of the fonts, probably to one will be red and one will be dark blue. So let's say this is the red one, and I just have to make a copy of this text again, change the color to dark blue. Okay, so I'm putting one here, make a copy, put it here. We'll come and reduce the size of some of the text, just take note of it, but for now let's just arrange them. Awesome, so we are currently done arranging this font or this text in our working space. So let's change the color of this one to red and reduce the size of it a bit. Then we put it here like this, making sure that it is well aligned. That is the most important aspect. So we can make a copy of that and bring it here. Then we take this one away because literally it is not needed there, and we'll put it here like this. So after that, we can also go ahead and change the color of this one here, make it red, then make this one blue black, change the top one to red, change this one to the blue black, which is the deep blue, then probably change this one to red. Now let's take off the grid and see how it will look. So without the grid, this is how our backdrop will be looking. So you can go ahead and print this and make it a backdrop so that people can just come and take picture around it and stuff like that. You know how we use backdrops already. Okay, so if a client asks you to design a backdrop for you, for him or her, it is not anything difficult. Just come to Pixellab, make use of your grid tool, position the element in alignment, and you are good to go. So it is as easy as this. Do this and make money out of it. That's all. Okay, remember not to be designing for free, because you take time to learn this, and when you design, you need to actually get paid for your works. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bless up.